when I stopped doing this one thing, everything changed for me. My videos got better, and I think just everything changed for me. I don't know if I'm the only one that does this. I do this all the time, primarily mostly in the mornings. Typically in the mornings, I'm still waking up and I don't want to talk to anybody. And a good way to alleviate that or not have anybody talk to you is to have headphones in. So I'll put headphones in, won't listen to anything. I'll just have them in, but people think that I am listening to music, so I don't have to talk to anybody. Am I the only one? I can't be. Savannah's coming home today, and just before I went downstairs to get coffee, I called her, that's why I had the headphones in, to see what time she would get home, purely because, well, one, I miss her, but two, mostly to know how much time I have to clean up the apartment, because it's a mess. Well, it's been a couple hours. I managed to clean up the entire house, do the laundry, and do the dishes. But now I want to get outside because I've been inside pretty much all day long. Look at this guy. That was actually a girl with a dog driving. It just looked like a... If I'm being completely honest, another reason I'm going on a walk right now is because I have some phone calls to make. And, well... I'm actually using them this time. It's not just a deterrent. Vlogging can be a really weird thing, but when I stopped doing this one thing, everything changed for me. My videos got better, and I think just everything changed for me. When you're walking around with a camera that's the size of like a football or like the size of your head, typically that draws a lot of attention, no matter where you are. Some places in the country in the United States care more about that than others. For the most part, if you're walking around with a big camera setup like this, or just even just talking to your cell phone, people are gonna stare. Also, that little area that I was talking to you, you were sitting on that next to this building that I think is owned by this. Growing up, I think everybody can relate to this, but growing up, everybody goes through, especially during like middle school and high school and even into college, everybody has a degree of caring what other people think. Whether they like to admit it or not, other people's opinions matter. And that's totally a normal thing. And that being said, having a camera that you're bringing and carrying around with people staring, it's kind of weird, and you can feel really weird doing it. If you're not careful, those feelings can even influence if you bring the camera or not. And in my experience, the size of the camera makes no difference. Like, I've coming from somebody that's tried to strip down and streamline the gear as much as I possibly can. The second that you pull out a camera or a phone or whatever and you start talking to it, people are going to know, and people are going to notice, and people are going to stare. But the thing that you can control is really, honestly, the biggest thing that you can control is honestly how you react to it. Are you going to care and care enough to where you don't bring the camera with you, or are you just going to say, F it, I'm going to do it, and if people stare, they stare, that's fine. And that's something that I have to remind myself of every time I bring the camera or not. On this walk, I almost didn't bring this camera because of that. But for me, the biggest thing that helps, if I put it into the context of, am I going to let people determine, or other people's opinions determine what I'm going to do and what I actually enjoy doing, or am I just going to not care and do it anyway? Typically that's enough for me to well, bring the camera. Do you remember that green swimming pool I showed you at the hotel a couple vlogs ago? Look at this. That's a different, it's not a hotel, it's an apartment complex, but the same kind of, that's so cool. The square, 4th and Matt, got it. you.